Okay, so welcome back to the channel. I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I think that when the van started the other morning, I think it was a bit of a fluke because I came out the other morning to head to work and it wouldn't start again. So I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but I think it's glow plug time. So I was quoted £150 by a garage for them to do it, because I really didn't want to do it myself. They're notorious for snapping or stripping threads or just not wanting to come out. So I just really didn't want to be doing this myself, but I'm going to give it a go. It's the first time I've ever done glow plugs. So yeah, this could all go horribly wrong or it could all work out. I don't really know, but hopefully it works, and hopefully this is what the issue is. But I think by the time I'm finished, this van's going to be it's going to have more new parts than original parts, to be honest. So but yeah, like I say, I've got 4 new glow plugs there. Hopefully this does the trick. We shall see. I don't know if you can hear me speaking, because there's a van that's currently running behind me. Down inside here, I've replaced cylinder number 2 glow plug just there. Focus. So you can see it's all nice and shiny and new. I've slackened off cylinder number 1, so that's currently coming out. Cylinder number 3 I haven't started on yet, but I've been soaking that in WD-40. Cylinder number 4 is going to be an absolute pig to get to, because it's right behind the I don't know, something to do with the fuel pump, I think. So we'll see. But I've got one nice new one in down here for cylinder 2. Cylinder 1's on its way out, so hopefully the rest of them should be as easy as that. Okay, so there's cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 glow plugs out. Really cooked up. Yeah, not in a good way at all. So time to put one of those. One of the nice new fresh ones in. You see the difference, can't you? Much better. So that's going to go in and hopefully solve all the problems. Okay, so there is cylinder number 1. Hang on, full focus. Cylinder number 1 glow plug going in. Cylinder number 2 is in. Cylinder number 3 is. Okay, so I don't know if you can see down inside there. This little what name down here is proving to be an absolute nightmare to get out. Basically with these, what they've got is, if I show you on that new one, they've got a thread on the top with a nut or a bolt. I can never remember which one's which, but basically the power strap goes, which is this here. This, like, focus on it. It's like a copper strap that runs between all of the glow plugs, and so you've got a hole on that strap where this thread pops through, and then it gets bolted down, clamps down onto it, and that's where the power comes from to make the glow plugs work. On the other 2, these were pretty free, but on this one here, it's proven to be an absolute nightmare to get off. I've probably been at it for the best part of an hour, and because there's not much space to work, trying to get a spanner down there to loosen it off is a pain in the butt. So I'm getting probably a quarter of a turn each time, if that, and then having to readjust the angle I'm holding the spanner at, and the amount of times I've dropped the spanner down into the engine and had to put my hand in there and jiggle it about to get it back out again is unbelievable. This one over here for cylinder number 4, you can't even really see it, it's like there, so I don't even know how I'm going to get to that one. cross that bridge when I come to it. I may not even end up changing that one, because with 3 new ones in, it should be okay anyway, but we'll see. But yeah, this one is being a pig, so I'm gonna get this one, get this off the end, get the power strap off, go and have a cup of coffee, I think. Okay, so I've got the little nut bolt thing, whatever it is, off the end of that one. There he is. So, time for that glow plug to come out now. It's going to be fun. I think I can get a socket on it though, so hopefully that one should come out and go in nice and simply. Because the others, there's no room for a socket, so I've been doing them with spanner. I've got no idea how I'm going to get the power band thing back on it and then get the bolt back on, because that was a nightmare to get off, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. For anyone that wants to change the glow plugs on their van would be get someone else to do it. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. Whoever it was that designed these engines, it just hates hands, just hates hands. Easier with a socket. So much easier with a socket. Glow plug number 3. I'm getting very, very coked up. So I had a fair bit of use, I would say. So get the new one in, get it all bolted back down, and then try for number 4. Okay, so they are all in, including the 4th one, which I can't stress how much of a nightmare that was. Absolute pain in the backside. But they're all in. I've got the power strap, whatever you want to call it, back on all of them. I've now just got to put I've got a bolt on this one for cylinder 2, because it was nice and easy. And then I've got to get a bolt. I've got the bolt on cylinder 4 as well, actually, which was strange. I'm finding cylinder 3 and cylinder 1 really hard. So what I've devised is a screwdriver. And I'm going to I've put the little bolt on the end of it, the nut on the end of it, and then I'm going to if I can find where the blinking, where is it? Oh, there it is. Slide the nut or bolt, whatever it is. Oh, it's so windy. So windy. I've actually had the bonnet slide off of the hook and hit me on the back of the head. So I've now put a mop pole in its place. Was doing the trick. Doesn't seem to be doing the trick anymore. So yeah, that's what the plan is now, is to put the tip of the screwdriver against the tip of the glow plug, slide that down onto the thread, and then with an open-ended spanner tighten it up. because I haven't got the proper tools. If I had ratchet spanners and the rest of it, it would be a lot easier, but I don't have them, so I'm making do with what I have got. I'm currently in the middle of a storm. The weather's horrible. The weather is absolutely horrible, so I'm dodging the showers and trying to get it done because I need a bath at work tomorrow. So yeah, gonna crack on. Hopefully this resolves the cold start issue. Okay peeps, they are all back in, all bolted down, and just about make out the other one in there. Oh, dearie me, 2 days. 2 days it's taken to get this done. Mainly because of the weather, but also partly because of not having the right tools, or it just been a really fiddly job. I mean, you can see how little space there is. I've got quite small hands as well, so trying to, for me with quite small hands, trying to get down in there to do the bolts up and stuff, it's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Cylinder number 2 is the easiest. Cylinder number 3 is probably next easiest. Cylinder 4 was a nightmare. Cylinder 1 wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty bad. What I found made it a little bit easier was popping the clutch cable off. If you get a pair of pliers just here, just here, and a pair of pliers here, and pull straight up this way, that'll pop out, and then you can move it over this way, zip tie it. I zip tied it to this little pipe here, and then that's out of the way, and it gives you a bit more space to get to number 2, number 3 down in there. Don't do what I did. I let the rubber, so short of space in here, I let this rubber holder thing and the washer that's just behind it there slip down the cable, and it ended up down there somewhere, so I had to fiddle about with the flathead screwdriver, wiggle them back up to get it back in place, because otherwise I wouldn't have had a clutch. So yeah, right, this is the moment of truth. Gonna see if she starts. Take my makeshift bonnet prop out. Close that. And then put it all back together again. So, she hasn't been started for days, so if she does start now, that'll be a good, well, it's a good test. It's a good test. Like I say, she hasn't been started for at least 2 days. It's absolutely bitter. Absolutely bitter. Right, I'm going to do a couple of let the heaters, let the glow plugs get a couple of what do you call it? A couple of chances to heat up. So here we go. Oh, get the cold start thing ready. Here we go. Yeah! It was the glow plugs. Okay. Let's try her again. See whether that was a fluke. Yeah! Look at my hands. Oh my word. They are disgusting. Right, let's put her all back together again and think I'll call it a day there. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. If you've been watching the channel for a while, thank you for following the progress of the build. We will get back into the actual build aspect of it before too long. Like I say, we've moved house for one thing, so that's taken up a shed load of our time. Secondly, the cold start issue, obviously that's more important at the moment because I actually need the van to get to work. So without the van taking me to work, I wouldn't be able to get the money to actually do the build in the first place. And yeah, the house we moved into, it doesn't have any carpet or anything at all, so there's that as well. So there's lots of expenses we've got at the moment, but we promise you that before long we'll be back to actually building this thing and getting it camper ready. But I'm over the moon that she's actually running now. That's a load off my mind. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll call it a day here. Have a good one, guys. Toodaloo.